Okay, so we're here now again in the Rural TV studio with Chris Richards from Gallagher. How's it going, Chris?
Very well, thanks. Yeah, for what are we into, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Well into the week, so no, very well, thanks.
Now, whereabouts are you based and what's your role at Gallagher, Chris?
Yes, I'm the Territory Manager for Canterbury, so my boundaries are down to the Temuka River. I run along the side of the Alps here and then up to the Conway River, so I look after the Canterbury region.
Yeah, a lot of deer guys in your area?
Yeah, I have got a good yeah, certainly a few deer guys now, and obviously a lot of dairy, still a lot of sheep around too. So
yeah, busy time of year. Field days coming up, and you'll be heading up there.
Yeah, huge field days. We go up there from Sunday to Sunday. So obviously with field days, it's a great time to showcase our new innovations, our new products that are coming out, which there are a few under wraps. So without a doubt, it's a good time to come along and see what we've got new.
Yeah, some secrets.
Yeah, a couple of wee secrets to unleash out at the field days, which is I guess the perfect time to do so.
Yeah. Now what have you got in your hand there, Steve? Chris?
So,
sorry?
That's all right. I've got the HR5 handheld reader.
Yeah.
So this is where we've taken, I guess, the EID reading to another level, well above another level.
Yep.
Now we can edit, we can gather, we can basically do anything we need to do in the yard now within animals at our hand. So it goes away from basically having to go and input the information back at the computer.
Yep.
This all can be done right inside the yard there. And I guess as far as time saving, huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
So what are some of the functions on it? It looks like a cell phone.
It does look like a cell phone. I guess now with the big screen that we've got here, you've got a visual display so you can see the birth ID of an animal, which is very important for the end user. Most end users aren't too worried about the NATE number.
Yeah.
NATE are concerned with that. They want to see what's going on with their animal. So the birth ID, visual ID, we can now add traits onto the animals. So basically while we're sitting in the yards here, we can ramble on and put basically as many traits as we like against those animals. You know, the birth, we can start putting the sex of the animal, the breed of the animal, the colour of the animal, you name it, you can do it.
Yeah.
We can always also do a draft list on here. So I can set up a draft list the night before, the morning before, put that in here. As I'm scanning through the mob, basically it's telling me which ones to pick out of there as well through colour coordination basically.
Yeah.
So so that's just really where this thing can go now, and mothering capabilities as well, which is huge, especially when you get into your stud breeders. Basically, mum drops the lamb or the calf. Basically, we can read that animal, put the weight of it in at the time, pair it up to mum, job done. So now we're basically gathering information from day one.
Yeah. Now the wand must be brilliant with a deer.
Absolutely, yeah. As far as the deer goes, Peel Forest Estate, they've been doing this, been running the HR5 for some time now, and talking to them a bit earlier, they're just over the moon of this thing here. Again, the amount of traits and the information and the time it's saving them from basically having to go back home or back into the office, it all can be done down the yards. They can give it to a worker. Basically, it's all done. It's pretty foolproof itself. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of older farmers out there and they're user friendly.
It is user-friendly. Yeah, I mean, you were saying about a cell phone before, and most people can now pick up a cell phone, a smartphone, and work their way around it. This is exactly the same. It gives you 9 options on a screen. By scrolling through, basically, you can just pick out what you need to do. It's all well, I guess, lit up and telling you exactly where you're going, so it's pretty foolproof. It really is.
Yeah.
Hey, I can use it.
Yeah. Now, the magnitude of the R&D department.
Yeah, I guess
must be massive.
With Gallagher it's huge. I mean, we've got 110 R&D guys up north there. That's ranging from the ones that are developing the software through to the ones that are, not only software but also the products that they're putting out. So not all software goes into our products. We've got a simple thing like the transport lock, which goes onto a reel. Something so simple stops a reel falling off the bike or the fence through to this here, or our TSI, our touch screen indicator, where it actually starts getting pretty complex.
Yeah. So Chris, feedback from farmers and trials on farm?
Yeah, again, with our R&D guys, they're sitting up in an office up north, basically doing what they do. That's their brain. They come in and thinking up these things. But at the end of the day, it's the end user, it's the farmer that has to give the go-ahead on these things here. So our trial work, on-farm work is so important. It's got to go out there. It's got to be tested. It's got to be put into the harshest conditions, whether it be down in Southland, we get some snappy weather down there, to Australia, and the extreme temperatures over there. So our on-farm trial work is huge, and it's got to be, because at the end of the day, we don't want to put out something that's not going to handle basically the extremes. So it's got to be foolproof.
And it's not just Australia and New Zealand either, all over the world, and also for electric fences to keep humans out.
Yeah, well,
lot
we've got
of
our
security.
security division as well. So, I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of people don't realise what comes under the Gallagher umbrella. We've got the security, which we monitor the United Kingdom. So, it's a pretty big deal when we're looking after the Queen as such. So that's our security division. Obviously, our ag division. We've got our gate and hardware division, and we also deal with petrol pumps. So, this is just a few of the things that come under the Gallagher umbrella. It's not all about electric fencing. I guess at the end of the day, that's 75 years ago, that's where it all started off.
Yep.
But as time has gone on, Sir William has certainly brought in some new businesses and just built on them. So, yeah, she's certainly an interesting place to work for, that's for sure.
Yeah. And now, just lastly, keeping ahead of the competition.
Yeah, and you got to. I was sitting next door having a good chat with the competition, and as you do. But again, that's where our R&D guys come into play. That's where I come into play. My role has been not only out on farm, but dealing with the dealers that I deal with. They're giving me information, and I've got to take that back to our guys. It's so important, and especially from the farmer. That's where some of our very clever designs and ideas have come from, is from the end user, and it's so important that I'm dealing with them on a day-to-day basis, so they can know that they can give me a call, email me, pop by and let me know what they think, and basically take it from there.
Tick, tick, tick.
Too right.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chris.
Absolute pleasure.